All right, all right, all right. Let's see how we living. Summer camp. Let me get plugged in here real quick. Make sure this thing is working. See who's out there. Uh, all right, summer camp. Let's see if anybody is in the room. All right, a couple of people in there. We might be catching this on the replay. A lot of you guys might be catching this on the replay, but I will do my best to work this technology. I'm going to give you a welcome to Summer Camp 2020, and definitely try to do my best to help you guys get to that next level and become directors. So let me try to share my screen. I have a real quick presentation I want to do for you. Give me one sec here. I am right there. It is here. All right, let's see if that pops up. Perfect. All right, so we here, and my favorite saying is, let's get it. So today, I want to welcome you guys to Summer Camp 2020 within the Platinum Network. All right. This is the first step for you guys to take your business serious and understand why you should. So that's why I call this presentation Seriously Though. Seriously, this is why you need to take your business serious. My name is Corey Grant, one-star director here with the Platinum Network, 60/60 Club member, and I guess by default 40/40 and 20/20 as well. If you don't know what that means yet, that means I have been able to personally recruit at least 60 people into my organization directly. Today, hopefully, I can give you some incentives, some tips, some pointers on why you need to rethink how you approach your business if you haven't reached the levels that you want to reach yet. The first thing that I want to reach out to you guys and help you understand is people came into this business with a why. Most people, as they say, your why should make you cry. But I'm also going to say you have got to have goals. The picture you see here is myself and director Roger Lillard. And I can tell you, every time we met at a meeting, at a conference, at a workshop, Roger and I would stand to the side somewhere and we'd be talking. And, and we would always say that since we came to this company, we know we're in the right place. We know we got the right tools. We know we got the best leadership, and we know we're going to become directors. And that picture is at Roger's jacket ceremony. And since then, Roger's a director, and we have 5 directors in our own leg alone, not even including the entire team Platinum. But it was that belief, right? Because we had a goal. We knew we could do it. We knew we had the tools. We knew we had the resources. But what we decided to do was use them and to keep moving forward. So I don't care what your goal is. You've got to have a marker on the ground somewhere. If that goal is rank, if it's money, if it's something that you need to buy or pay for, you need to set a goal so that you can figure out how to get to it and what you need to do to get it. Because your goals may be lofty, but that does not mean they are not achievable. It's just something that you've got to have sitting out there in front of you so that you can figure out if what you're doing is not working, what do I need to do to retool and be able to go get it? Obviously, there are people that are depending on you, right? Who's depending on you to succeed? Again, we're going to go back and we're going to talk about your why. A lot of times people come in with a why. You know, maybe you want your kids to be able to go to college someday. Maybe you got aging parents that don't have a retirement plan and you need to figure out how to take care of them. Maybe it's a spouse, right? They got certain things in life that you want to provide to them. You know, it doesn't matter. Sometimes they don't even have to be financially tied to you. It could just be somebody who's looking at you, you know, a young mentee, somebody that needs to see somebody else succeed simply because that will allow them to know that they can do whatever it is that they want to do as well. They want to have some achievement in their life, but they need to be able to say, I believe I can do it because I saw somebody else do what they were trying to do and achieve their goals and their dreams, right? So somebody out there is depending on you. You've got to feel that responsibility to deliver so that you can help the next generation hit that next level in their life as well. Now, let's just go ahead and address the elephant in the room. Did you know it costs at least $59 a month to continue working your business, right? To be committed to working your business. Now, we're in this course, we're in this summer camp because we want to learn how to be a director. Most people want to learn how to be a director, not for the jacket, but for the income. You cannot, and I'm going to repeat, you cannot expect to earn the residual income and have people on your team be committed to paying their monthly fee so that you can also earn the residual that you see all these other people in Planet Marketing earning if you don't pay your own fee, right? If you don't pay the overhead of $59 yourself, so you can have access to everything that we have, right? Tools, groups, back office support, corporate support, you know, all the things that we provide are provided because you pay your monthly overhead. So don't expect your team to do something that you're not doing, right? We always talk about duplication. If you're serious and you're committed to this business, then you're not going to have a problem paying the $59 overhead. Now, as I go to this next slide, hopefully the $59 overhead that we're talking about will be much further put into perspective for you, right? Did you know it cost at least $955,000 cash, not loan, cash, to even be considered for a McDonald's franchise? This is not to buy the franchise. This is to, hey, let's have a conversation. So if you can't slide $955K in cash in front of the executives at McDonald's, we're not even having a conversation. But there's more. If you have $955,000, and you get into a conversation with McDonald's, you're gonna need another $45,000 just to pay the franchise fee. So a lot of times we're kind of moaning and groaning about $199. It takes a smooth $1 million to even think you're gonna get some golden arches, right? You're not in business, you're not even selling a burger yet. Then after that, you're gonna have to talk about construction costs, equipment costs, costs for employees, all the related expenses that go with the McDonald's. But check this, it's gonna cost you between $1 and $2 million to open up what most people would say is a real business. But if you can see the last line in my statement, the average McDonald's, even after they spent between $1 and $2 million, earns a profit of $150,000 because you're not getting them cheap burgers and fries and, you know, ice cream machine is always broke, but you know what I'm saying? You're not getting that dirt cheap burger because they're making a ton of money, right? They're taking it, they're taking a loss in some of those areas too, but they're making $150,000 at the end of the year. If you look at the picture below, it's a picture of the sapphire ring. In Planet Marketing, the sapphire ring signifies earnings of at least $100,000 and $1 short of $250,000. So for $200 and that $59 a month that we say it takes to be committed to working and building your business, that most people want to say, oh, I can do something else with that $59. You have the ability to make as much as somebody who just opened up a McDonald's French fry, hamburger, ice cream, chicken nugget selling, this gonna take me under if it don't work. You're making the same money, but you spent $200. They spent $2 million. So when people talk to you about that's not a real business, at the end of the day, as I like to say, it's scoreboard, right? If you get in this ring, you're making as much as somebody who owns a McDonald's. If they want more than one McDonald's, they're going to drop another $1 to $2 million a year, or another $1 or $2 million to get started. If you want another McDonald's, you just need to find somebody willing to spend $200. You can open up as many Planet Marketing / IntelliTravel operations as you want for $200 and earn your 10% overrides, your 10% matrix matches, all of that stuff that everybody on this live at this point should know about. Costs $200 to duplicate. I don't know how many people you can find out there that have $2 million to duplicate that live McDonald's that you got going, because it's a real business. So you've got to learn to have posture. You've got to learn to address people that attack your business as not being real, because at the end of the day, you're going to be able to buy as much stuff for your kids as the guy who's risking $2 million opening up a McDonald's can buy for his kids. Now, how are we going to get there? You're going to sell yourself by knowing your business, right? Know everything that you need to know about your business. Know who Planet Marketing is. Know what we stand for. Know what we sell. Know about IntelliTravel, because if you're in this, then you're trying to sell travel agencies. The reason that Starbucks can sell you a cup of coffee for $6 when you can go to 7-Eleven or Circle K or whatever's in the part of the country that you live in and get a cup of coffee for $1 is because Starbucks knows their business. They know their people. They know their coffee beans. They know your name when you walk in the door. And people want to have the confidence of knowing when I go in an establishment, I'm getting a quality product. When a prospect is talking to you, they want to know you know what you're talking about. Now, I'm not going to expect you to know everything about this. I'm not going to go through everything about this residual income matrix, but this is why we're here. But I want some things for you to understand, because again, knowing your business is going to help you build your business. If you look at this matrix, you're going to see 9 levels. There's only a couple of things I want you to understand about this, and then anything beyond that, we probably just need to have one-on-one coaching. But if you look at the number 2, you see a lock, and it's unlocked. And when people talk to you about, oh, that's one of those pyramid things, here are the safety checks that prevent us from being a pyramid. You can't just join this business and wait for $118,000 worth of people to fall underneath you. You've got to recruit at least 2 people to unlock the matrix. That allows you to then start earning residual income. The next thing as builders you should know is every level you see in this matrix and the dollar amounts that you can max out at on those levels only requires you to recruit the number of people at that level. So if you want to earn up to $1,452, level 5 people is all you need to unlock that level. If you notice in the presentation, they say, when you hit Goal Builder, you unlock the entire matrix. It's because once you recruit 9 people in your organization, you can earn every dollar possible in the matrix. Even if you're not a 9-star director, you can earn every dollar possible. The quality of a person's life is in direct proportion to their commitment to excellence, regardless of their chosen field of endeavor. One thing about this business is it does not require you to have a bachelor's degree, a master's degree, or a PhD. A PhD and a high school dropout can earn the same amount of money because it's based in this business directly to the proportion of commitment. So let's go back 5 slides to the $59 a month. Are you committed to operating and running your business, or is this just a part-time plaything for you? Because the jacket is not given simply because you paid your fee. The jacket is given because you've earned it, right? You've done the steps, you've gone through the ups, you've gone through the downs. Nobody's saying it's easy, but we're saying it's possible. But you've got to be committed. You got to be ready to hear the no's. You've got to be ready to have setbacks and then do comebacks. But you've got to be committed, because that's going to determine how you live. At the end of the day, however you're trying to live, it's going to be based on how committed you are to getting to whatever that, remember the second slide, whatever goals you have set. Now I'm getting ready to wrap this up. I'm hoping you understand why all directors take this serious. This is an example of a conversation we were having on Facebook the other day. So the president vetoed a student loan forgiveness bill. So forget the politics here or there. That's not the point of the slide. The point of the slide is, and I deleted out all the comments above it because I didn't want to expose people's names. But the very last comment, this lady said, "Thank God I paid off mine," meaning she's already paid off her student loans. She says when she went to school, she was a out-of-state student. And if you know anything about college, out-of-state students pay more than the students that live in the state that the college is in. It cost her $87,000 to get her college education. So she worked 2 jobs for 20 years to pay off her student loans. Now, isn't college supposed to provide you a better life? I'm all for education. I've got 2 degrees. I'm not knocking education. But what I am saying is, if you have to work 2 jobs for 20 years to pay for the education that was supposed to create a better life, for $200 and $59 a month, you've got the capability of earning all the money you want if you work hard enough. This lady worked hard for 20 freaking years to pay for the education. So I need people to understand, take your business serious, because we've got documented living proof. We've got our own, if you've been in this business long enough, and hopefully I'm going to put you on the spot, Preston Scott, maybe some point in this summer camp, give your testimony about how you've been able to pay off all your debts and bills, and move into a new home, because this is exactly what I'm talking about. For the new people who may have never heard that, Preston didn't have to work 20 years to pay off his debts because he's built this business, right? He's built this business that provides residual, steady income on the side. So again, what you have is a powerful tool, but you've got to take this business serious, because that's no game. People who make that kind of money, people who have that kind of freedom, they're not playing with it. They're taking that serious. This is not a game. This is income. This is financial freedom. This is that independence that we all seek. We've just all got to do different things to get there. But the roadmap's been laid out, and each and every one of the directors in this company, whether you're on their team or not, they're willing to share that experience, that knowledge, that know-how, that what they've been through to get where they need to get with you, so that you can get there as well. Now, Jay-Z, if you are a Jay-Z fan or not, you've probably heard his songs. He said, "I'm not a businessman, I'm a business man." And what he means by that is, it's one thing to just be a businessman. It's another thing when you understand you are the business man. If you take your business serious, you will understand that everything you do, Everything you do in this business, it affects your business. Everything you do in life affects your business. Everything you do on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, it affects your business. You can't go out there, screaming a bunch of curse words, calling people out their name, threatening to go over to somebody's house and settle the issue on Facebook, and then think somebody's going to take you serious and book a $10,000 or $12,000 vacation with you. You are a businessman. Represent yourself well. Last night on the corporate call, our CEO, Donald Bradley, he took that moment of silence, but he also said, we understand what's going on out there, but we have to continue to help people. We've got to continue to do business. You can't get wrapped up in your emotions all the time and stop doing the business that's going to put food on your table. You're a business, man. So take time to understand what you have in your hands, right? The knowledge that you have, right? Or the knowledge that you should gain is 80% of what you need to get over the top. That doesn't mean that you have to know everything about everything before you talk to your prospect. That simply means that the more you do business, the more confident you can speak on your subject. Confidence is what assures a prospect that they should go with you. So a lot of people say, I need to know everything about IntelliTravel. I need to know every vendor, how to book this, how to book that. No, you don't. You just need to know how to speak confidently about what you do know about this business, and then get one of your leaders on there that will have more experience to answer all the questions that that prospect may have way down in the weeds. Don't try to kill yourself with too much knowledge about everything, because you will end up with nothing. Learning to walk was difficult when you were a baby, but you did it anyway because you knew it was necessary for survival. Winning in this business, it might be difficult to you, but it's necessary for your survival. If you want to change your financial future and your lifestyle, no matter how many times you fall down, just like a baby, you need to keep getting up until you get your balance, and then your steps start moving you forward. Even as a director to this day, I still have goals, right? Just because you hit a rank does not mean you've arrived. Success occurs only after your dreams become bigger than your excuses. I still have goals right now. My goal is to hit $8,300 a month and be able to retire on the very first day that I'm eligible to walk out of the door. And I'm going to do that by getting that sapphire ring. My next goal is to become a 6-figure ring earner, so that I won't end up like a lot of people I work with who, after 35 or 40 years, you say, hey, Bob, man, you got, 40 years. When you going to retire? And they're like, I can't afford to retire. There's no way I'm going to work 35, 40 years for anybody and not be able to retire. So determine what your goals. Your goals don't have to be my goals, but determine what your goals are. Because you remember I said at the beginning, place a marker on the ground somewhere. I don't care how far out that marker is, but you need to figure out a waypoint to how you get there. And it's not always a straight line, but that goal is still out there, and you're just going left, right, up, down, through walls, whatever you have to do to get to your goal someday. You might forget about the hard work, but the hard work will never forget about you. Just remember that. Sometimes I think people think they work hard and it's not going to pay off. At some point, the hard work won't forget about you. Your team will start to grow. Your team will start to multiply. And then someday, just like those conversations that Roger Lillard and I used to have back in the day, we were talking about the fact that, yes, we can make it to director, but now we're director makers. And we're about director makers, and our directors are making directors, which all leads to that residual income. It always seems impossible until it's done. So with that, I hope you guys were able to get something from my presentation about why you should take this business serious. It's done a lot of great things for a lot of people in this business, and hopefully it can do some great things for you guys. With that, I wish you guys the best. I will be in the group. I will offer my assistance and my advice. Have a wonderful day. And remember, take your business serious because it's serious though. Good day.